I want to start off this week by saying rest in peace to Kim Porter.
Facts.
Passed away at the age of 47, mother of 4, model. And I also want to start off the episode by saying rest in peace to everyone who didn't make it this week. It's not we just should not, say rest in peace to celebrities. Right. But when you hear certain celebrities that have passed and they've impacted your life in some way, you want to acknowledge them. I'm not saying that Kim Porter impacted me, but I know the history a little bit. Being Sean Puffy Combs, mother of 4, and Puffy kind of takes care about 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, one is by Elder Ball. No, I'll be sure,
but he takes care. But he adopted. I'll be sure
he helped raise them.
I'll be sure son is
I'll be
the
sure
oldest
son.
one.
And he's with Puff. I'll be sure to take care of his son.
No, I thought the other light, because it's 4 that Puffy got. It's the light skinned one, and it's the dark skinned one and the twins, right?
He has the twins,
yeah,
and he has
the dark
Christian.
skinned one from.
He only has 3 with Kim Porter.
Yeah, but I'm saying, they got an older one.
They have the other one.
Who's
that's
the light skinned one?
the other. He has another mother, so that's from.
Oh, so got another mother.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
he
he
got
don't
a
take
few.
care of I'll be sure son. I'll be sure son is older than them.
Yeah.
That's not I'll be
So
sure
that's not.
son.
So who? Okay, all right. And I put it out on Facebook. I need somebody sitting here that's going to help us fact check, because I need to fact check this. I could have sworn that was I'll be Sure's son.
Yes.
It is him.
Yes.
Okay, so
he
you know
looks
what you're
just
talking
like
about.
his
Watch
father.
this. That's him. That's I'll be Sure's son.
Yes.
But anyways, while you Google that, Quincy, his son's name is Quincy. So while you Google that, I just want to say rest in peace to Kim Porter, man. She died young, and just rest in peace to everybody else who passed away this week, man. But also, want to say rest in peace to Stan Lee.
Oh,
Greatest.
Stan Lee. And Diddy's.
that is
him.
That is
this guy's
him.
Googling.
No, watch this.
You're thinking of the other. I know who
I'm
you're thinking
about
about.
the other light skinned one.
He's younger.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about. That's the one
Quincy.
he's always in the picture with. That's not the same dude.
All right.
The one that
We'll
he
let
was
him have
dancing
it.
with.
We'll let him have it. We'll let him have it. But Stan Lee, man, he impacted our lives before we even knew who Stan Lee was. Comic book characters, mutants, all of the Marvel universe. I think we all can relate to them in some way. If something connects, like you got music brings us all together. Food. And then there's Marvel comics, Marvel characters, I believe. But with that being said, man, and with respect to Stan Lee, also, I want to acknowledge that I think that Magneto and Professor X kind of was like created with the spirit of Martin and Malcolm.
Yeah, I saw the meme about that.
Where Professor X was more Malcolm, and
Switch it.
No. Where Professor Xavier was
Martin.
Malcolm.
Martin.
Was Martin. Yeah, you're right. And Magneto was Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, there it is. So that's the rumor. I don't think it's ever been concluded. It's true. It's official true. Okay. So, but I want to talk about our top 3 favorite Marvel characters. Now, I know I sent this to you, Dez, and you just like, I don't know if I got 3. But I seen a few of your pictures of you with the Spider-Man suit on, doing your thing. So if you don't have 3, you can just tell us how Marvel impacted you.
Most definitely. I remember loving Spider-Man. Even now, I think it gives me that Peter Parker persona. By day you could be working a 9 to 5, and it's like they don't know I'm Spider-Man. They don't know I'm Fly Kicks.
Yeah.
So at night, I'm morphing into Fly Kicks. I'm getting ready to do my canvases, and it just makes you feel like, even as an ordinary person, you're making a difference. You possess this superpower, that no one really knows about. But who I think I definitely have a connection with is Storm. She was unlike anything readers had ever seen before. I mean, she stood at a beautiful 5'11", I'm like 5'10", 5'11" myself, and of African descent. So people weren't even really used to seeing someone like that. And then she had that beautiful white hair, blue eyes, and she was not only a goddess, but she was a queen of many facets. And she was the queen of Wakanda. Like, people don't even know that. I mean, she was an alpha in her own right, married to an alpha, the Black Panther. So you have to be a different type of woman to walk with someone that strong. It's like, you got my back, I got your front. You know, and that right there just really blew me away. So I'm like, next Halloween, I'm Storm. But yeah, for me, I mean, but I do like a lot of the other Marvel characters. I tell people I am the Hulk when I'm hungry, so let's not mess with me. Wolverine, definitely a fan of his. But in general, Stan Lee, the type of universe that he could like created. I mean, he was a gatekeeper for many imaginations. You know, he made you feel like as an ordinary person, whether you're in the city of Trenton or the city of New York, you too could be a hero. Right. And they dealt with things that we deal with as humans, dating, you know, going through the different changes of life, family problems, like. Well, it's like, yo, if you really think about it, it's like we're all mutants.
Facts.
You know?
That's definitely the picture he painted.
And I mean, he didn't understand the big of an impact that he would have on us for generations to come. But for that, his legacy will always live on.
I'll say that you're absolutely correct with what you said about them interacting as us, dating, trying to find love, trying to fit in. You know, just wanting to be like everybody else. Like, listen, I'm just like you. Like, don't judge me for who I am and how I was born. I would say my top three, right? I would say my top three, I would have to go with... If somebody told me I look like this gentleman just recently, and it made me think of him.
Luke Cage?
Luke Cage. They showed me I look like... Bruh, that's what they said. Hey, listen. I was told I look like Luke Cage. I'm going with it. And I remember haters. And I remember when Luke Cage series first appeared on Netflix, I felt something from him, meaning like, man, who knew that the hood could actually use a brother like this? He's not over the top, but it's just a bulletproof black man. I think that would solve a lot of problems around the way. Yo, we don't need special powers. Just make me bulletproof and strong, and I'm going to take care of the hood. I think every hood needs that type of person, and we'll be all right.
Right.
So I go with Luke Cage as one. I'll then go with T'Challa, because based off what you said, when I saw Black Panther, to me, that was the first black movie that I was able to watch that it wasn't built on comedy, a stupid storyline, or the typical hood type of vibe. This guy was actually a king. He ruled the kingdom. It was black love. It was everything black. And just from watching Black Panther, I saw what I could actually be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it took me so long to realize, hey, I could be a firefighter. You don't know that because almost every firefighter you see in the trucks is white, or you only see them when something's going on. You don't think, man, I could be a cop. I don't know if you think that because they don't really look like you. When I saw Black Panther, I said, man, that could have been me. That could be me. That could be the future. We can have that. So I'll go Luke Cage, Black Panther. The third one was tough. It was a split. Now, me, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan. I'll be honest. I think we all watched X-Men as a youngin', that cartoon. You wasn't thinking Marvel. You just was like, X-Men is fine. Yeah. And I did used to collect comic book cards. All of them was dope. But a lot of my selections have to do with the movies that's going on now. So I'm just going to be honest, I'm not the biggest Marvel guy. So my two that I'm torn between, but I'm going to tell you who I'm going to pick, is Thanos and the Hulk. I like Thanos' message, and I like the way Thanos walked, talked, and presented himself. Cool all the time. When he appeared on the screen, you said, oh, shit, somebody's about to die. I want that type of respect. When you see me coming, you know somebody's about to get it. And Thanos represented that. No matter what scene he was in, you better act right, or something bad will happen. And I think he's the only guy that I can remember who just had that type of impact. And the split would be Hulk. And I think I'm going to choose Hulk because just like you said, Dez, everybody has that Hulk in them.
Yeah.
We're all regular people chilling. And then the next thing you know, don't make me angry. Because I might could start flipping tables And then when I'm not, and then when my adrenaline calms down, I'm like, yo, I actually did that. I actually threw that guy through the window.
Right.
I didn't know I had it in me. You know, it's like I just want to mind my business and do my thing. But if you push me, I will hawk up.
Facts.
So I'm going to go Hawk, T'Challa, and Luke Cage. Those are my top 3.
Some good choices.
Who you got, King Dean?
Yeah, so when you sent me this, had to think about it because, like you said earlier, when it came to Marvel, you didn't think of the X-Men as Marvel because we watched cartoons growing up, and X-Men was always on Saturday morning. Had your Boulder series, and you had X-Men. So now that I know that they Marvel and the game that we used to play, Marvel versus Capcom, as a youngin, my 3 was Spider-Man, Gambit, and Wolverine. Because those are the 3 that you seen on TV the most. Spider-Man always had a TV show on the weekend. Gambit was just the comedic relief, but he'd still kick your ass if you pissed him off. And Wolverine was just different, a beast. But now that you get older, Tony Stark Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, top of the list. Black Panther, because it's the black superhero that made you feel a certain way, and still Spider-Man. Even the new Spider-Man, I don't know about them old Spider-Mans. I ain't like the acting. But the new Spider-Man,
like Tobey Maguire?
Hell no.
Tobey Maguire.
That stupid ass scene when he walked out the parlor and started dancing. He looked stupid as shit.
I don't think he exuded enough confidence.
Yeah, nah. But the
Spider-Man.
new Spider-Man now, badass, young kid,
yeah.
badass though. So those my 3. Well, 6 technically if you split them up between the eras.
That's your 3. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So rest in peace to Stan Lee, man. I used to draw comic books actually. And I stopped. Don't know why. But I guess I was just on some, well, I can't create any more new characters that's already out because if I create anything, I'll be ripping off what Marvel got because they got everything down pat.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for?